On the good ship SSN, we're gonna do more battling. That's just combining two different songs, I think. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I already did that guy. You step away for like a second and then you kind of forget what you're doing. I don't think you are about. What do we have inside? Oh, a shell bell. That's pretty cool. I could probably get some use out of that. Let me just make sure that I have who I want. Yeah, okay. So we'll battle you. Anyway, so as we continue working our way through the SSN, oh gosh, Shockwave, that's pretty cool, actually. But yeah, just one of my kind of more random thoughts. Like, I was kind of just thinking the last few days, like, if there's one thing I'm kind of, I guess you could say, nostalgic for, is I kind of miss, having some places where you can really get into, like, good discussions. Like, especially for me, a big fan of movie discussions, and there really isn't a place, like, unless you want to talk about something that's already kind of being, talked to death, like whatever the current big popular movies might be. Latios. Probably should. Let me see. We'll try this. But yeah, unless you are talking about something already popular, you don't always find much. Oh my gosh, of course it would have something psychic tech move. You suck. Like, as someone who's a big horror fan, like, if I want to talk like something Nightmare on Elm Street or something for instance, unless I'm talking about one of the ones that's already really popular, like the first movie, the third movie, or maybe even the seventh movie at most, like, probably not going to be able to find many places that you're gonna get like any kind of in-depth good discussion going. Like, I was a big fan of the old IMDb message boards. I mean, I know they had plenty of their issues, nothing's ever going to be completely perfect. I was in the second door, wasn't I? Yeah. But, at the end of the day, like, if you wanted to go to, any kind of lesser movie, like, if I want to talk about maybe Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, keeping on my theme here, like, you could get, like, a lot of discussion that would be very specific to, that kind of less popular movie, ones that, if you're not trying to talk about that one elsewhere, most people are like, oh, that one was bad in comparison to the other movies, and, whatever. Oh, Choice Bait. I forgot I had that on. I have to be, more careful about remembering what items I have on there. Gee, thanks so much. Yeah, and I figured that. But yeah, I mean, if you went to, like the more general or higher traffic boards, like if you wanted to go to, like I said, the general discussion boards, I'll try and see if I know my accuracy's taking a major. Oh well, yeah. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, you went to the General Wars or something big like, I don't know, the Dark Knight or something like that. You know, obviously there's going to be a huge cesspool, like pretty much anything, honestly. But, let me see if I can, since he doesn't have, oops, no, not use, give. Not super worried about that anymore. Lepa Berry. You know, I mean, like I said, discussion-wise, yeah, there's always going to be problems. But like I said, I like, you know, like just being able to do it. Because if there's one thing that sometimes I could just talk for a crazy amount of time. Let's try Ice Punch. Hidden Power. Okay, good. Something not effective. I was waiting for it to be super effective. That's alright. But hey, at least it wasn't Eruption again. Primarade. Oh, that's fine. But yeah, I could definitely talk. Some movies I could talk for so long. You know. So I always figured that, you know, if there's one thing if I could do as a passion project, it would probably be like do some kind of videos, movie discussion. But, you know, for me, the issue I always kind of run into is like, well, that usually, unless to make them somewhat presentable, is always kind of some, you know, you want to do some kind of at least teeter dance. Again, back to getting these like really kind of weird. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, if I ever got, you know, to the point where it's like, oh, I'm not going to be so lazy as to not do that kind of stuff, maybe that'd be something I'd do, but, you know, it would probably just be like a, oh, just for fun sort of thing. So I know, as I said in other videos, I don't really have any desire to be that kind of, you know, just caustic critic, so you know, if I want to do that, gosh, I really don't have much of a choice. Fortunately, that's all you got. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of those kind of things already, but you know, just being able to talk about, you know, movies that could be like maybe overlooked or something, or less talked about, you know, but like horror movies, just being able to give everything its fair share. That would be something that would be really fun to me. I mean, there's always things like that, but I mean, there's pretty much no chance of being, you know, 100% original these days. I mean, even doing something like this, I mean, I'm far from the first person that's ever gonna have done Pokemon randomizers. Even back when I did the Hard Gold, you know, it's not a new thing, but it's just always, I guess, a question of being able to put your own kind of fun stamp on it, or just do something because you enjoy it, really. I think that's what's really most important, more than anything else. I mean, unless you're someone that, you know, goes to a big audience and actually is able to pull in a respectable amount of money from it, you know. But that's not really my intention. So, you know, that's... just kind of how I stand with that. I guess one thing I can, because I guess I can say, because it's what probably got me on the thought process. Let me see. Guard spec. Okay, well, I was gonna say, because it used to be leftovers there. Rare candy. All right. And a potion. Well, that's. I mean, the rare candy was nice. But yeah, what kind of got me on that I mean, kind of looking on Reddit, and yeah, I know, haha, Reddit. But, you know, just kind of discussion, like a discussion that I saw that, Togepi. It'll be funny if one of those wild Snorlaxes is a Togepi now. But yeah, there was discussion, you know, based on like, what movies were better than their book counterparts, and that was kind of got me thinking, like, there's, at least for me, it's a pretty limited selection, honestly. I know there's some people that'll definitely have their option, they'll definitely have oh, this is whatever. I mean, like, one of the few that really came to my mind, and it was one that I did see option, was probably Jaws. I mean, if no one's read the book, it may not be the most surprising thing that it's kind of been overshadowed for a very long time by the original movie. But then, I mean, there were other popular choices, and like another big one that I saw would have been The Godfather, and that was one where it really got me started thinking, like, okay, what, to what level I think, have people read the book? Because, I mean, it's again one of those things where I can also end up tying it into, oh gosh. Fire's Power's Weekend. We're really going for that, huh? Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like, it's a question, with that one, because I can also sort of tie it into, like, when I see criticisms of Godfather Part 3, it's like, how many people, when they say, okay, if the Godfather book is weaker than the movie, is they someone that did read the book, or are they just kind of, parroting the same talking points? Because it's always like, they always point to, one subplot from the Godfather book as to why it is worse. Hydro Cannon. All right. Well, is that's what I want to do, is give the Hydro Cannon more oomph. But anyway, yeah, we just need the Thunder Punch, because this HP is crazy. But yeah, the one subplot, I mean, it is a side character. It is admittedly a very kind of weird storyline out of context. I won't really talk too much about it, because it's, like I said, I mean, it's not really that important, but it is a question, like, I never really see, is any other part of the book actually that much weaker than the movie? Whoops, I don't know why I went down here. this is what happens when I'm trying to tell some kind of story and not paying attention. But you know, it really becomes, you know, another thing where it's like, okay, you know, I don't mind. I mean, if someone wants to say it, I mean, for me, I mean, as The Godfather is my all-time favorite movie, I probably would say, you know, it is better than the book, maybe just on the principle of, you know, for me, it's very hard in my mind to surpass the movie. But at the same time, I can also say, I think that the book is very, very good in its own right. Like I said, I always see the question come up, like, because it's the same thing when, you know, people criticize Godfather Part 3. It's always the same thing, where they just like, oh, we're just pointing to, you know, Sofia Coppola's performance. And I know I've talked about that before, so it's one of those things where, you know, how much of people watched it? You know, I don't know. But then, you know, just to switch gears a little bit, you know, another one that I saw that was a really interesting choice. Like, there were some people that would say The Lord of the Rings. And I thought, man, I like to be of the mindset of, you know, oh, I'm not gonna, you know, poo-poo on anyone's choice, but I'm like, wow, that one is a pretty difficult one to kind of reconcile in my mind. And it's another one of those things where I'm looking like, I don't know how much, you know, some of these people saying that maybe have read, because it seems like some of them that do that, oh my gosh, rest, go back to sleep. So we're just rest stalling here. And, you know, and once again, it's also one where I had to sort of step back and say, well, okay, Lord of the Rings is my favorite book. Can I, you know, be 100% objective when I'm just sitting here looking at, you know, what they're saying with that? Maybe not, but, well, I'll give it a shot. I mean, there's not a guarantee it's going to have any fire moves, right? No, that would have been kind of annoying anyway. That's fun. Thank you for finishing the job of knocking yourself out. Oh, a full restore. Let's see, do I have any more trainer battles here? Well, let's see. We will put you out front to start things off against the rival. Because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, just based on, you know, what happened last time here. Alright. Well, luckily, this is a good start, I think. But I guess to cap off the... Oh gosh, of course, you would have that. But yeah, to cap off what I was talking about with that, yeah, with Lord of the Rings, it was an interesting choice. I mean, there were some that definitely felt like, what are we doing? you know, with these criticisms, like, I mean, some of them it's just like, this feels just plain 100% wrong. I'll try Bone Meringue first, because that'll actually, yeah, really wreck your style. And just for fun, we'll mix things up a little bit here. I mean, El Toro pretty much clowned the first three. Super easy. Yeah. Still not too worried about that. See, good night. Alright, so that was alarmingly easier than the previous battle against the rival. I don't know what's going on there. Because obviously, as you do, you just walk into someone's room and just rub their back to make them feel better. Yeah, sure. I think I'll first try it to get back to where the Flash HM is. Yeah, the good old SSN. That was a fun thing back in the day, in the original Red and Blue. You know, all those urban legends that would come out about, you know, oh, there's ways to make the SSN come back and all that kind of stuff. Which, in its own way, was things like that were kind of predictive of some, you know, gameplay mechanics they would come out with later, like actual day and night cycles and Gen 2 and stuff like that. But, you know, it's so much crazy stuff that, you know, now, like, with, you know, internet options, there's just no way these rumors would get that far. But, anyway, so, didn't take as long to finish that off, but, we'll, I guess we'll go ahead and call that here. Then next time, we'll take care of Lieutenant Surge, and then probably start making our way over to Rocky Tunnel, depending on how long it takes me to find the trash inside the switches, because sometimes I either find them like right away, or I spend like 5 minutes searching the trash cans and stuff like that. I mean, I could like save state scum, but whatever. Anyway, that will be the next time. So, later.